asalaamaaleykum gars yi maa ngi nuyu ku nekk sa tur ak sa santa. When you kick out for a minute. Um, asalaamaaleykum wa rahmatullahi taala wa barakatu. Um, maa ngi naa nuyu ku nekk sa tur ak sa santa. Di leen wax ne rek juma mubarak everybody. Di leen bisimilah rek si beneen Friday. Hashtag Nuyu Gambian Football. Um, di leen bisimilah rek. Di jégalu rek. We are like a couple of minutes behind. Waaye ñu ngi xaar Habib pour mu dugg si because and also dinañ am another guest today to discuss Gambian football. Aliou Wenga ñëpp xam nañ ko, he's been really really hard working in terms of women football, and we all know ne suñ female national team bi ñu ngi si waafu championship bi in Cape Verde, and we will discuss seen preparation bi. And also dinañ dig into the National League. First and second division has been really, really hard. Very progressive. And then Fortune, seems to be finding their feedback, and then they win 3 games in a row. And really, really good start for Fortune. ñu seetaan rek ak ñu déglu su fekkee ne yéen a ngi ñoo dégg rek, if the stream is okay, can you just let us know? The stream is okay. Habib, now la bàyyi nga settle down, and sa light bi, sa background light bi mu ngi affect sa
Yeah.
background bi.
I
Yeah,
will
so
sit down.
yeah. Waa ji nga nuyoo Fancy. Good to have you back again.
Money. It's been
bul fàtte ñu share ko si Gam Football fan page bi.
man benn phone laa use. You can do that, Sana.
Okay. Naa ko
You can do
share
that.
ak boys yi.
Yeah, you can tag me as well.
Okay.
Let me take my headphones because I'm father.
Okay.
Yeah, you can tag me as well. You can tag me as well. Let's see ako si
Yeah, man, forum bi laa ko dul
why not?
mun a tag. I don't know. For some reason,
No,
duma dee mun a tag.
don't tag it. Just share it. Copy and paste there.
Okay. All right.
So
All right, Habib. All right, Habib. Nuyoo fans yi ñu, you know.
yow admin nga foofu admin nga. Sana house. Am I okay?
Yeah, you good. Turn on sa camera bi on the other way around.
Like this?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Is it very good?
Yeah, it's good. There you go. All right, Habib. Go ahead.
Wow. It's another Friday. Comme ni nga ko waxee woon gars rek, we are happy to be back. Your favorite or one of your favorite football sport Bantaba, muy Gam Football Fan Forum and Gam Football Fan TV because they are all the same. Forum bi mooy page bi fu ñuy share most of the pictures, and then on the TV side normally foofu la ñuy amee suñu programmes, so it's the same people, same program. So I hope we expect to have an interesting thing to talk about because Gambia, as of now, football, every time something happens, we have the league going on. It's been great. We have the second division. It's been great. Women football is not on. Why we have a team in Cape Verde, Wafu AV, so Chepe Yangfa. The under 20, you prepare for them, how to call it, Egypt, AFCON, very important tournament because there is a lot at stake. That there is, if we do well, we have a chance to go to the World Cup. We are all praying for that. Gambia going to qualify for the under 20 World Cup because opportunity to explore the market and allow our players to be signed by bigger and better clubs. So I think today we have a good topics to talk about.
With jërëjëf, I'm just trying to pull up a story boo xam ne la it's really great. I think pour man foofu la ñëw foofu lay commencé. Is the reason behind it. Gis nañ Wally daan seen captain bi Ousmane.
Wow.
He signed a professional contract in Cyprus.
Wow.
Which is very, very significant for him. What makes that transfer really special? Habib, there is a lot of noise coming up from there.
Well, I'm trying to position my phone somewhere. I could have myself.
Yeah,
so how is it?
like I said, Usman Jogeko Wally Dan, signed a professional contract. It's very notable, because what makes it notable, it's to me, he is one player that is very loyal. He's played for Walidan. during good times and bad times, and he still stick around. One of the most experienced and longest serving Walidan player, you know, has eventually left the club to sign a professional contract. Long na jàngat to transfer Usman to Cyprus. It looks like maybe lost Abib for a minute. Those of you who doesn't know, Usman is the captain of Walidan Football Club, Gambia First Division. You know, he's just signed a professional contract in Cyprus. Abib, mobile nga duga si story boobu.
Yeah, I think it's a very, very, very important story, and at the same time, it's very, very, very touching, especially the amount of time he spent playing football at the highest level in our country. Munyeka, one of those players yoo xam ne dafa wane a level of leadership boo xam ne dafa rare in many of the players back home, because players ñu bari su nekkee si club, sometimes su club bi nekkee si ay texa they find a way to be in another club foo xam ne the environment is more conducive, du jee bugg a bokk si struggle bi. So Ous ñun xam nañ ko bi tey depuis ñun moom depuis nawetaan ñu ngi ko seetaan bu ko moom mu ngi Jibakunda foofu noonu. So he is a guy koo xam ne has been with Walidan for quite a long time. Even when I'm not time boo xam ne Walidan, you know, things it wasn't very easy. It was kind of tough for the was there the day of Boise, you know. So Ous moom boom, I made this contract. A lot of people deep inside their hearts ñu ko celebrate, because I think he deserves it, and I think football also has done justice to Ous, because su Ous waroon a play football ba jeexal ba bàyyi te amul opportunity to be a professional. Loolu dafa xaw a unfair, despite the fact that life sometimes is unfair, because am na players yu mel ni moom tamit ñoo xam ne they've sacrificed all their time in football and for their clubs, but they couldn't make it. So seeing Ous mu make ko, it's something very, 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 very nice. Very, very nice. Man nag amoon naa the opportunity pour ñuy waxtaan lu bari. Lately dañ dee waxtaan lu bari about his next move, fan la war a dem. You know, not even long ago ba moom ñoo bokk a féeri, you know, nga yem Dakar ñu waxtaan lu bari 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 bari. Te he is a brother koo xam ne man tam joxoon na ma ci nga xam ne fu ma gis rek xam nga we will talk about football and dina ma wax what xam nga lu mu bugga. So bu ma eewoo bis suma waa ji Galas def pause bi, I was lying on my bed, but I was in a very, very good mood. So tey Friday bi nu ma eewoo baax na dama eewoo with seeing ne Ous has signed a contract, and I think everybody within the Gambian football fraternity should be happy, especially the Walidan faithfuls. You know, they are all happy. So in fact, not long ago, sir, Magnam Wahab president Alieu Bey Cissé, you know, send them a link bi Magnam Tana mom, you know, mom tam he played a huge part in this, but mom tamin hamga, mom tamin one namane Ous is a loyal person. These are words from the Walidan president. If you are loyal to the club, they know. Alieu Bey 1 hour ago, Manawahamu, one namane Ous is a very loyal player. Club are happy, and they are wishing him all the best. So which is important. So when you get a club, you know, even so buys high grades from the club. The club hierarchy are really proud of us, most of the fans. So Sana, I think Limo, a lot of players are in contract.
Yeah, I mean the issue that Ma decided to talk about this issue, because this could definitely serve as a motivation to a lot of players that thinks
big time
they had no chance.
Big
He had
time.
no chance in signing a professional contract. And it's all about working hard. It's all about being focused. It's all about being yourself. Yes, it could be frustrating to play football by a certain time of your career, and all of a sudden, you could not reach your potential. But that's
Yeah,
not the end of the world for you. It's
yeah,
just you
yeah.
have to keep the momentum going, flying high. And then
Mm-hmm.
there is one notable thing in the whole thing, Abid, and that
Mm-hmm.
is loyalty.
Wow.
Usman's loyalty to Walidan Football Club. So
Mm-hmm.
Aliou Bey wanted how to be proud of Usman because of the fact that he was there for the club when it was tough, when it was
Mm-hmm.
really really tough. Walidan got relegated, Usman stayed. He came up, he stayed with them. They were on a bad run, he stayed with us. And I heard from people that work with Usman, he never complains. He never be a player who is going to complain about I'm not playing, I need to play, I'm not
Yeah,
playing, I
yeah,
need to
yeah,
play.
yeah, yeah,
He was that
yeah.
disciplined and focused and make sure that he put the team's interest first.
Yeah, even some time back, he was the team captain. Why they start most of the time from the bench. The coach was using some players. Why I've seen players they are not even top players. Aguns level us. But when you put them on the bench one twice, they start to bring trouble within the team. They call fee, the Jahase Fale, they call the president. I'm going on. So I think we just us deserve he deserve this. He deserve new program. That's the opening. Talking about him, he deserve it.
Yeah. Come like I said, a lot of players can take inspiration from this.
Yep.
Because the reason that Anyu Wako is because of his discipline, his loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has issues.
Yeah.
I'm an issue. Everybody made mistakes. Yes, made a mistake before with the referees, but we
Yeah.
sorted out.
Yeah.
He he kept faith. He was banned, and he took it in a good faith, and he knew
Mm-hmm.
he could have done better. But he
Yeah.
stood up,
Yeah.
trying to help the youngsters, the young Walidan players to integrate themselves with the team. And then here we go, boom. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
he's paid. He's resilient, and his hard work pays off because he was there for the
But
club.
legal officer is what I say emphasize a little bit more the inspirational part of it because it means it's not over until it is all over. Yeah, I understand. So focus here, nga xam li nga bëgg keep because football dafa uteeg yeneen sports yi soo bëggee achieve your dream even though it's really hard to be a footballer in the Gambia because xaalis nekku fa so sacrifice bi ëppa so fekk nga yar sa boppa in a kind of way pour nga mën a ara foofu noonu so he did that if and tey soo jëloon tey microphone nga dem Dibakunda to ask them about us they will talk ba yow sax da nga waaru seen koñ noonu kaw tali boobu noonu nga laaj gaay ñoom Njaay ñoom Basiri if you ask them about us hey they will and us dafa inspire a lot of let me tell you not only lu mu play nii while that there are dafa am ndoo yoo xam ne us dafa inspire in Dibakunda foofu noonu because of moom tax na ndoo yu bari tey ñu play in divisional level a lot of them which I know I think he's also from a family football because am na benn IEN nawetaan am na rakaam bu góor bu jógee woon Sénégal ñëw fii nii ñëw di play nawetaan flank player ak Gatani very good player at boobu ñoom au seen team bi ñoo win FA Cup bi Adou Boy Sendeng moo dem was the coach for example if you ask Adou Boy Sendeng about us daf laa wax book so I think he deserve it he deserve it and we are all happy so ñu ngi ko wish all the best because fu mu nekk nii the most difficult part loolu is passé na ko mooy team accept na ko so fu mu nekk nii it's about him mu joxe his best te ñoo xam ne he's powerful he got pace he can kick so I think fu mu nekk nii the rest will be history us we are wishing you all the very best and then
and balaa ñoo ñëw to the second part of the show dinañ am hopefully Alieu Wenga to join us to talk about the female national team. Gis nañ ne draw bi xew na the team traveled to Cape Verde, via Senegal,
Yeah.
and then they hold their first training session, Demba, and then the draw was done as well. Gambia is grouped, against three other teams, to I mean to sum it all. The Nenyam
Mhm.
Aliu is the female football. I mean, I call it expert because he's
Expatla?
kind of much more focused on female football. He's going to defend them to nail.
Warn him
Um,
not. I don't want to hear any Arsenal stuff
no,
on this
no, no,
platform.
that's not. There is no agenda on that today. So we don't have an agenda on this Arsenal stuff and stuff. So Lulu then go buy for another day. Even though my brother Mohammed Sana is watching us from Germany, and
Yeah,
he's a
Mohamed
great he's a great
Mohamed Jambara.
yeah, Mohamed Sana. He's a great Arsenal fan. And guess what? My mom Jordan took video club. They said Arsenal. So come Manchester the door. But if they make a the man, So may give it up. I mean, this week has been very interesting week for in terms of players movement. Because
Yep.
a couple of players are trying to change clubs. First of all, Ali continues scoring again. They had a cup tie against Besiktas, which they won on penalties.
A
Ali
white
scored.
team. A white team,
Ali
Besiktas.
scored. Ali scored like the opening goal for his club, which was really really massive, huge performance. And then the team ended winning through knocking Besiktas out. You know for the Turkish Cup. It's a cup tie game. Well, I guess next time Musa Juara, we did mention his name the other day.
Mhm.
Moving from Bologna to Odense on a special trials. But we have had reports that he's been, you know, um, he's been loaned to Odense. They think that he has a lot of potential as well. So they are giving him like a 6 months for the rest of the season loan deal from Bologna in an option of signing him permanently, and which is a great, great, great. I think that's a great move for Musa. Knowing the fact that he's not been played in consistently, that was
Mm.
one of the reasons why he was been given a trial. To to for the team to look at his potentials, even though he's playing for Bologna, doesn't he haven't played for like close to a year or so. He's not been having enough competition, and I think that was important for Odense to try to look at the potential he possesses, which is great. And
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm really glad for him that he's been he's been given that chance to rejuvenate his career again. And we've also seen some noise being made about OJ, national team captain, the Omar Colley, who is adamant to change clubs. Because then there are interests from Turkey as well of late. And even in Italy, there are clubs that wanted to sign. So basically, we have like a very, very important times for our Gambian
Yeah,
football. There are other players that are moving. I also see um, um,
I like you saying.
Alaji Sen, under 20 captain, right?
Yeah.
He moved to Denmark.
Yeah.
Titimi
Hossein.
Honsen,
You,
yeah,
you,
which is
you think it will be interesting? There is a possibility of a partnership between Alagisen and James.
which is going to be amazing. Having Alaji and James partnered in playing. They played in the under 20, I believe.
And guess what? James was the under 20 captain.
Exactly.
And now Alagisen, being the under 20 captain, is
Hmm.
also there. You
Yeah.
know.
So I mean, we've seen like interesting movement in Gambia, and that one that Alaji Sen going to Honsen. People have to let's just recap this. He is the under 20 captain playing for Falcons.
Mhm.
And then and I think it's going to be a big blow to Falcons. But the fact is, at some point, but at the other hand, Falcon will be proud letting him go, and then which is which is really great. But having him taking that big step, starting from Denmark, I don't think that's a bad idea.
No, but I think the reason why most Gambian teams are existing, we all know why. Falcons don't want to have players there for 5-6 years. They want players to move. So I know they already have a replacement. Maybe it might be very difficult to replace such a player of such magnitude, but a young player will come through, and Alaji will help the team financially, because if he is sold to Hossen finally, it means the club will benefit, and then the club will grow, and it will inspire the young players in the team, knowing that it's always difficult to sell players from the Gambia. So if Falcons are already doing it, and Falcons, that's a very good message, Sana, for the young players coming in. Because sometimes if you are playing for a club and it takes 10 years or so to sell one player, some of the players, sometimes it will be tough to attract players. They will say, look, I have ambition, but this particular club don't normally sell players in all their existence. Maybe they only sell players once or two. So most players will like to go to teams that have the chance to sell them abroad. So Falcons, we are wishing them all the very best, because Musa Jammeh has been into football for a very long time. I remember when I was living in Talinding, I used to go and watch Nawetan at the secondary East with Joe Kalamba. Then those were the days when Musa Jammeh was even playing. So that was a long time. So seeing him from being a footballer to owning a club and now selling players, kudos to him.
Kudos to him, yeah. It's like I said.
Your guy is here, Wenger, and he's in Gambia. The internet is a problem, so let's get it.
Ali, welcome to Gam Football Fan Forum TV. Hashtag Nuyo Gambian Football.
waaye ñu ngi la nuyu bu baax salaamaaleykum.
waaleykum salaam yaa imam.
waaw may nuyu ñëpp maan ñuy ñëpp ñu seetaan programme bi yëpp.
agenda.
gis naa tey gars yi Manchester ñoo ma soraan fii noonu. gars yi Manchester ñoo ma soraan fii si côté bi noonu.
Abi wax na ko duñ fi indi Manchester.
war naa ko fekk mun nga ko stop xolam bee neex. Go ahead, no problem.
dañoo bàyyi yëf yi boobu après suñu demee ñu continuer wax boobu. because wax bu ñu
yaa ma fi soraan moo tax non so fa moo si rek. so may
waaw amul problème. good luck.
may nuyu ñu seetaan programme yëpp yi noonu.
Abi pour déggal luñ doon wax si Ousmane rek, this is Pape Salah, Serekunda Eastern Zonal team bi, he played for few other clubs. I've worked with him at Serekunda East. I've worked with him. I've worked with him in Young Africans. He is Serekunda East Football Club. Then he left. He's also in the Players Association as an executive. He's just like what we were saying about Oz. He said, all about Oz. He always encourages me to keep playing because I still can do it. Oz is unique. So that shows that leadership Usman always had. And then Aliu Bofinekuton, we did want to talk about the female national team. As the women football expert, and we thought it would have been justice to football to invite you to share your thoughts about their preparation, because you were right in there about everything surrounding the female national team. Lan mooy sa jàngat ci seen préparation bi towards this WAFU championship in Cape Verde.
waaye may comme ni nga koy may nuyu ñëpp.
Habib mutal Habib.
sa ataay bi may nuyu ñëpp maa di nuyu ñëpp na ok comme ñëpp ni nga ko gisee rek gaal si time bu ñu am pour train dafa ndaw time bi dafa ndaw 2 weeks training lañ jox bu ñu starté train ak léegi pas 2 weeks te nga waroon si tournament bu mel ni comme waafu tournament waafu zone 8 tournament nga dem ba last minute because FF bi amoon nañ ne comme gaal si dañ participer si tournament bi so ñoom lu ñu waroon a def mooy dañu waroon a try xale yi teel a start training because doo mën a dem si tournament nga yaakaar nga bëgg si am dara nga xar ba last minute like 2 weeks before the tournament ngay dajale xale yi pour gars yi train si ligue bi mu jeexee ba léegi is around 4 to 5 months xale yi bari ñu fa daanoo actif ñu ko di play ñu fi organisation comme zonal comme nawetaan nii si zone si nii between Serekunda East ak Serekunda West am na 1 or 2 girls yi nga ne pick nañ leen ñu fa doon play waaye not all of them were playing so da nga gis loolu def naa joxe di trop man loolu def ma joxe di because soo xoolee male catégorie under 20 bi ñoom seen tournament bi war a dem play ba kañ la war a play February ñoom kañ la gars start train.
Yeah, they were given enough time to prepare.
Okay, so nga ñëw si gaz yi 2 weeks rek la leen jox pour gars dem train xam nga so training boobu tamit so diggante training boobu mënuñ fa am test game bu correct xam nga doo mun a dem si tournament daal with those sort of conditions under those sort of conditions nga dem si tournament nga yaakaar ne fa am dara dina jafe de maanaam may yàlla ñëw rek waaye preparation bi baaxut dara baaxut.
Yeah, that is really important because that's one area why we wanted to bring you over and share your thoughts because you've been right up there. You've been following proceedings day by day, and then you've been seeing the progress of these players on daily basis, weekly basis, and monthly basis. Here's the big thing: the reason why we're talking about the time frame they had with the preparation. Let's reflect back. Kenya National League with Kenya players in Kenya competition. Okay. I think it's really important since August, July, August, La Ligue Budget. All right, and then July up to January, it's almost 8 months. So basically, players in talk for almost 5 months, 4 months, 5 months playing football, and they have to go straight up to a competition. 2 weeks preparation. I don't think that was wise enough. We don't know where to put it. Is the coach fails to put up a training program earlier or what? We don't know. Do you have any information regarding why do they have to start late?
My def naa some follow-ups bu ma yëgee ne gars yi war a start training waaye mënuma si am lu leer daal because 1 or 2 people yu ma contact gars yi mënuma jot si ñoom daal li nga xam ne is positive ñoom daal comme FFB man FFB laa nekk FFB laa blame si lii because ñoom ligue bi bu ñu dooree sin July la ligue bi door ligue bi jeex xam nga so ñoom seen bu xamoon nañ ne registré nañ team bi dafa dem participer si waafu bi xam nga so suñu xam nañ ne duñ leen mën a organiser test game because soo xoolee female team bi kañ la ko jaam test game dafa yàgg de test game bu ñu amoon si weeru kool bi nii bu ngeen ne bu Morocco lañ ko dem play bu Morocco moo ko oote waaye su nekkoon FFB rek la female team du musu am test game female team dafa toog fi more than 3 years amul test game xam nga soo xoolee suñu ranking bi like few years back xam nga we are 11 in Africa now we are in 16 we are ranked at 16 in Africa loolu lu ko waral mooy ñaaga play test game xam nga dañ dem mën a toog ay 2 years female team du am test game xam nga so ñu mu xam nañ ne registré nañ team bi te team bi du mën a dem duñ ko mën a organiser test game lu nga doon def mooy dañ war a start suñu ligue bi dafa war a teel a door like November or December, early December, mun start. Then I guess before this tournament, nañ mun a play like 4 weeks or 5 weeks. Nañ ko mun a play comme Sénégal fu mu nekk ñu si seen 9 weeks. Xam nga ñu seen 9 weeks so ñu xam nga ñoom ñu gën a prepare because ñoo seen xale yi ñu ngi play seen ligue bi ñu seen 9 weeks. ñu ngi nii fii dooraguñ xale yi buñ bàyyee bu ligue bi dooree it was July ba léegi te xam nga góor ak jigéen du benn góor mun naa ñaagaat like 3 months 4 months du ko affect waaye jigéen su toogee 2 months play rek 3 months rek moo ko affect because dafay mën a bil wéet ak yeneen xam nga so man daal man blame bi daal FF bi laay blame man yëpp FF bi laay blame xam nañ ne duñ leen mun a jóg test game yu correct duñ mun a start training bi si teel lu ñu mën a def mooy dañ war a start suñu ligue bi dafa war a teel a start since early December la woon start daa gis léegi ne mun am like 4 weeks wala 5 weeks yu ñu play nañ ko because ligue bi su dooree teams yi players yi nañ train seen teams yi xam nga ba pare nañ mun a play competitive league games so loolu dafa ñaa dimbale.
waaw basically
Habib loolu laa la bëgg a ñëw laajte nii late preparation I think female team bi ñoom ñoo si dee gën a soona ñoom ñoo si dee gën a am late preparation how are you going to attribute that to? Is it because we don't give more focus and emphasis and concentration to our female national team? Are we doing justice? Are we really doing justice to female football if we keep giving them late preparation, in tournaments? Are we taking female football seriously?
No. If we are talking about facts and only facts, then no. They are not given what they deserve. Lulu, I think Lulu is as clear as ABC. So for the past 3 years or so, the only official test match you guys is very minimal. But Lulu, it explains everything where we are when it comes to female football. We all know that the league was off since 5-6 months ago. This female team is supposed to go on a competition. There are no excuses for starting late, and there is a reason to back it off, and that is who is the president of the WAFU zone, Sana. Okay, Mane. Who is the president of WAFU?
Islamic Kababajo.
Good. If Kaba is the president, meaning every information about WAFU, because we are the boss, we are leading WAFU. So we are going to a tournament in Kevat. It was scheduled. It was there. The date was there. So the fact that girls in Nekundi train is beyond the fans, because you don't even need to calm them. The girls can train for at least 3 months. They can train for 2.5 months on camp, and then you can just calm them for 2 weeks, and then they go. 3 months of preparation would have been enough. There was no league football. You don't have to interrupt any league. All the players are around. The league is finished since long time ago. The coach is around. Allow the girls to train on a daily basis, let's say 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. And then they can train for 2.5 months, and the last 2 weeks, you can calm them at the group project. It's very easy. Early morning, they can have their training. So what Wenger has said here, it's just sad, but that's the fact. Ali Wenger is into women football. Me and you, we are not. We only watch the league once in a while, or we follow their scores. So the reason why Wenger is here is to give us an update of what is happening. But to be honest, 2 weeks of training, it's not enough. And I doubt they are game fit. They are not game fit. So whatever happens in Kevat, it's a bonus. If they are able to go through, fantastic. Because I understand also we have, I don't know, 2-3 players who joined the team. We have Mbasi and the other girl from Liberia. But most of the players in the team are not match fit. So that might be an obstacle for them. But we are all optimistic going into the tournament. But our expectation shouldn't be very high because we didn't prepare really well. So if the girls can do it can reach the final or to the semis or to the quarterfinals, it will be a plus. If they cannot go through in the group stages, then you can blame them because the preparation is not there. And football, it's all about preparation. That's why you have this preseason. All teams globally are having preseason. Why? To prepare the team physically and mentally. The players have to be fit before they start playing. Even the lowest coach in the Gambia understand that to be a footballer, you have to train. And what even makes it worse, Sana, is the fact that the league has finished 5 or 6 months ago.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that Ali would have been like in a better position to give us an update on that, because I had been fortunate to be sharing, being in a group where it is discussed females female national team selection is been discussed, and then he's been very vocal regarding selection of certain players and why certain players have been left out. And I think we see the addition of the Liberian duo Mbasi Agrugi to the national team also. We're going to sound his opinion on that because we only had 20 more minutes to go on the program. And then I think
there is another girl who this girl in this Red Scorpion midfielder, that short girl, very brilliant. He's a fantastic player. He's currently playing in the Senegalese league, and he's been scoring goals and giving assists. You know, she plays for Young Africa. Sorry, Red Scorpions.
Yeah, a couple of players have been has been overlooked. They have been overlooked, and then we will never had like a reaction from the coaching staff regarding that, because that's the norm in the Gambia. You know, they think that the coaches are not obliged to share their thoughts about why do they drop certain players, why do they pick certain players, like a public scrutiny, which is normal in football. People need to ask questions because national team is owned by the Gambia. It's not an individual asset or a property or a team or whatever. So talking to the public also will bring in a public confidence. You know, the sense of ownership would be much more higher. And I think those I wasn't foreseeing we will have a reaction from the coach or the technical team or whatever. I know it's not the responsibilities of the federation to do that, but now look at them more. They hijack the coaches, the national teams. They don't want the media to talk to the national teams, the coaches, which is part of their job. Anytime we move to other atmospheres, it will be very, very important to make sure that people change their mindsets. You know, people need to talk to the media.
Yeah,
I know the player you are talking about from Red Scorpion, which is really shocking. The reason best known to the coach, well, like I said,
Awatamba is one of the best midfielders in the league, because last year I got the chance to watch the league. It's not even a debate. She is one of the best midfielders in the league, and she's playing in an upgrade league. She's playing in Senegal, and she is a regular in her club, and he plays minutes, he scores assists. The other girl they were crying about is the police striker. She's the top scorer in the league. And she is not there. So I think losing Wenger is a big blow. He could have been the right person to tell us exactly what happened, because he is watching all the matches. Him and Sidou Sane and you know, Paul Steven and some other guys are always watching the female league on a regular basis. The fact that Gambia is a country whereby journalists don't have maximum right to go and ask a national team coach questions. They will not even give you the platform to do that. But every organized country, a national team cannot leave the source of that country without a press conference allowing the private media to come and face the coach without no censorship. Gambia is the only country that they will stop you from talking to the coach. It's unfortunate, but it also explains the type of people running our football. Because the moment you are hiding things, you are afraid of the media. Anybody who is afraid of the media, he or she is afraid of something, or you are doing something really wrong. Because the people from the outside are seeing the way things are going. But every time they don't allow the coach, every team from the under 17 to under 20 male or female football, you cannot go into a tournament without facing the press. You have to face the press. People have to know. They have to ask you open questions. You know, people should even ask the coach, how much are you earning? You work for the Gambia. It's a public office. People should know everything. Gambians can tell you how much, who is the highest paid player, who is the highest paid coach. But in our country, asking the coach how much you pay is an abomination. It's like it's a blasphemy to ask those kind of questions. In fact, they will not even give you the chance to do it. And it's starting from the top. To interview Tom is a problem. It's a huge problem. So it trickle down from Tom down.
I think the relationship between our national team coaches and the media, and the Gambians at large needs to be properly looked at, because
no, there is no problem, sir. There is no problem between the local coaches and the press. The thing is, those running the show will not allow the coach.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. The national teams, because the national teams nowadays, there's it looks like the media are restricted. They are restricted in taking interviews. I think the GFF media department wanted to take everything on their own, and which is not right. But I mean, it's down to the Gambia Sport Journalists Association to make sure that they make noise on these issues, to make sure that the right things are done.
But Sana,
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that it is not happening, because the president of the Gambia Sport Journalists Association, it's a really, like, I don't even know the right words to use. Musa Sise, is one of those GFF guys that wouldn't want to say anything bad, scrutinize what the federation does and stuff. And then scrutinizing the federation doesn't mean we don't like them. Scrutinizing the coaches doesn't mean we don't like them. Scrutinizing them, it's only opening ways for us to have different opinions on things, and that's going to give us an understanding of when and where to expect that we should go. So why it's really sad that people that owns the national teams, are deprived from their basic rights about the national team. I mean, this next time the draw is done. The draw for the WAFU Championship is done. We're gonna put a lot of emphasis on the female team, because we don't want to be biased. The national team, we already talked about our male national team. They are all equal. The female national team is equal. That's the reason we bring in Aliu Wenger. That's the reason why we are going to talk a lot about them in our subsequent programs, because it is important for us to share, to give them all the necessary attention that they deserve, because they are one of us. It doesn't matter, as long as it's a Gambian football team, we will stick and team with them. Okay, this is the draw behind. Notable opponents, regular faces, with our female national team, Sierra Leone. We are grouped with Sierra Leone, Senegal, Guinea Conakry, and then the Gambia in Group B. And then
what do you mean? You said Guinea and Guinea Conakry?
No, Guinea Conakry. I was going to say Guinea Conakry. So it's Senegal, Guinea Conakry, Sierra Leone, and then Gambia in Group B. And in Group A, we have Cape Verde, Guinea-Bissau, and Mauritania. We are going to focus more on our Group B, because that is where Gambia is. Amnen Aliu Ba, and we will. And Amnen Aliu Ba, so I'm going to use him before Muidamad, because I'm not Arsenal.
No, they follow the Ras Muti Ram, Ras Muti, Ras Muti Ras.
Wow. Aliu, this selection process a lot has been said about players selected, and notable players has been left out of the team as well. Then because sounds your opinion, because you are in the center of everything. You've been like really, really vocal in trying to make sure that there is equity in the team and stuff. Nakanga Jangate team selection, knowing that we don't have, our league wasn't on for 6 months, and then now we have to go in with infant players now on the day we are not having they are not match fit. 90% of them, almost all of them, are not match fit, except the players we had from Liberia. And one significant Rugi Akmbasi sent inclusion in the team, one impact la Munajo team as well.
Wow, comme désigné ko waye ci groupe bi on a ku nek ci groupe bi su WhatsApp groupe bi da nga gis comme fancy that's a reaction towards his selection because so all the selection be could be although selection du musa fair si ñep wa could be bayna one or two players nga xamne ñun de yaakaar ne war nañ ci bokk xam nga bi pare pick ne one or two players nga xamne yaakaar nañ ne ñu amuñ fa place xam nga so selection
who are they
what am na yeneen players yu fa nekk ñi nga xam ne ñoom amuñ much time comme last season comme match ñoom Ami Gueye last season she was not much active si ligue bi xam nga
okay
so am na yeneen players yi nga ne comme suñ top scorer bi Fat Sonko xam nga Fat Sonko suñ top scorer mu ko dañ ko bàyyi si gannaaw te ko dafa waroon a dem am na fa place si tim bu nekk Sénégal nii 8 goals la fa score in 8 games
kan
bi am nga Sénégal Fat Sonko mu ngi sanga mu Sénégal la nekk di play
mu ngi Sénégal I didn't know about that
she's playing in Sénégal mu ngi score 8 goals in 8 league games so
how about
ko ngor ko bàyyi
Awa Tamba
nga loolu Awa Tamba may dégg ñu dafa gaañu loolu la nekk di dégg na waaye awma si lu ma leer na waaye dama dégg ñu dafa gaañu waaye comme soo xoolee comme risque soo xoolee comme risque bi ndax seen backline bi ñoo dañ will league bi on beaten ñoo dañ dem di whole season on beaten so ñoo seen backline bi kenn rek lañ fa pick mooy Fati ko leen fa pick so di rest yëpp bàyyi na di rest yëpp pickuñ leen so
how about guys seen halfback bu gàtta bi di short guard is it I think is it their right back or left back Red Scorpion
waaw ko mooy Fati waaw ko xam nga ko moom dafa c'est play one comme moom she's good in both feet if you want to play right if you want to play left so
moom mu fa right
waaw moom mu fa so xam naa ne comme coach bi comme gannaaw bi nu mel dama yaakaar ne maybe Fati la mu play si left bi man su dee ma doon pick Fati daf ko play si left bi mu play wudee si right bi wudee kuli xam nga wudee kuli amul size ku sew la amul size waaye comme dafa mën a read game ba pare dafa aware trop si game bi
waaw how about player moom so amul size nekkul a big deal
waaw so mu ne bàyyi xel si under 20 bi la jógee mu def ko push si under 20 bi la jógee mu push ko so bàyyi xel suñu game bi under 20 suñu game bi against Burkina Faso nga bëgg na dem fi ñëw gaa ñu score ñu 1-0 so suñu awee goal bi mu ñu score foofu awee goal bi after ñu dem penalties so xam naa Fati moom si both side fu mu ko play baax mun naa play left mun naa play right so le risque ko left la day play foofu because right bi gaa ñu am right comme kii Samba nu ko def Rohi Samba moo lay play
so what is your take on this girl's addition this central defender Mami Sita's younger sister what's her name something guy
kan
that center back from this team I forget the name of the team Mami Sita's sister Raki Mami Sita
no kii nga nekk waa kii nga nekk waa nu ko dee sax Ilen
yeah is she part of the team
Ilen dañ ko drop si gannaaw gi kii moo fa si digga bi rugi la yóbbu ak rugi moo fa nekk rugi am naa rugi moo fa play mais moo Binta Cissé
okay
maanaam ñu ñuy play si digga bi 4 ak 5 ñu ñuy play foofu because kii
so the fact that yow xam nga all these players what are you really optimistic going forward to this tournament after because léegi lu fu nekk ni coach bi def na his selection team bi agana Kevat si jàmm so based on the squad bi nga xam ne moom lañ am in Kevat yow la mooy sa how optimistic are you going forward apart from ne xam nga we didn't prepare early it takes only 2 weeks to prepare ndax yow as a football fan koo xam ne yaa ngi follow the league carefully la mooy sa yaakaar knowing tamit ne xam nga dañoo play ak Sénégal Guinée ak Freetown
xam naa it will be very hard pour ñu ñëwaat dara nag dafa difficult trop ino gay pour gay ñëwee loxo nag waaye comme soo xoolee team bi nu mu mel ak compared to team si nga ne ñu war a dajal ñu nu mu mel xam nga ñu gën a pare
so yow dafa mel ni comme yow sa ñaaka yaakaar si team bi is based purely on ne we didn't prepare well right?
We didn't prepare well before the selection bi da mo am na ci dara selection bi mo am na ci dara because am na 1 or 2 players yi nga dañ lo bay ci gannaaw ñu waroon na bay yow sa leading goals nga ko bay ci gannaaw lo yaaka sa leading goals mus ko la 10 goals ci ligue bi nga bay ko ci gannaaw xam nga lolu lo yóbbu na xale bu nga ne xale boobu mun good striker la Kadi Jaaju soo xoolee previous last 2 seasons yëpp moo la jël leading goal scorer from the second division.
Okay.
Yeah. 2021 the first score like 28 goals. So this season 2020 Musco this season Musco 23 goals. Nga mom deadly striker la is a good striker mom muna la score anytime ba pare mom dafa nekk striker bu comme si Gambian football fi comme striker bu melni mom dafa jafe because mo 1v1 def ko mom dafa mun ball dafa am pace.
Lolo is impressive.
Wow, mom amna mo su ko user su bile team bi around her nga mu use ko mu jog confident amna mom dañu dimbal trop amna ci mom yaaka trop. Wow.
So we talked about bi nga demé offline we talked about lutax the media du ñu am access pour wax ko bi for example all li nga xamné ñu ko fay discuss ni lutax yeen amulé won di chance to meet Bom face to face like ko lutax player XY is not involved in the team why nga select 2 players who xamné in the past season they were on and off the league xam nga they didn't contribute much for their clubs nga bay len peut être bay players who xamné ñu ngi perform with their club ana yeen amulen di opportunity pour dem ci goal project bi fay fu mo training ngeen like those questions.
No dem vraiment amna opportunity because so xolé comme team bi mu go OAS force de training bi su ngay demone nañ fofu Sidu amona gay amona mom som amona mo interview nga ñu ko post ci media bi sax so baye why comme selection because time bo non select would like final squad bi so
okay.
den don xaar ne comme bim su selecté final squad bi ci digënté bu ñu amamo interview waye yalla def bo tamit bu amé bu selecté final squad bi mënu ñu am time because Sidu def dañu jappon dañu amna dé bu japp pour dem fa déwo Sidu dafa engage xam after ci tama non lañu réké ñam waye
but why you could have go or Oscar why not
walu mëna nay xam nga man
you can only rely on CD to do all the interviews because xam nga ne
why Abib this is it's still gonna bring us back to one thing these people are more focused on the women football but where are the Sport Journalists Association we need to put focus on all our national teams
so
let's give
comme using group using group ñu family like ñaari journalist nga ñu seen occupation journalism na xam Sidu ak Lamine Jiba so mëna parce que ñun we are sort of activists xam ñun so moo tax comme yëf interview yi ak yeneen ñun Sidu ñoo ko di jëri because ñooñu ko
okay
so
okay
how
about Stephen Paul
contact ko nak
okay
all right Aliou didn't push to it because I'm then like almost we are on top of the hour why we will talk about the groupings Senegal, Guinea-Conakry, Sierra Leone and the Gambia. I think notably it's a very, very tough group for us. But like you said, personally, when my national team plays, I will be very optimistic until the last minute. Which we all do. We all do. But we have to be also very realistic in terms of outlining our possibilities, our chances in that group. What do you think? What are the chances? What are the Gambian chances in that group?
Because group one so called Senegal are the defending champions. We know previous one day. So Ubora Boka group the select be moving on guy playing be 8 weeks to 9 weeks. Yeah more DJ up the new select by on live Sierra Leone select be moving on. So it will be very difficult on our side. It will be very difficult. Now, players they need extra motivation from the federation, from the fans, from everybody, from everybody. When you land, pour guy is in them. Why? Then I made it drop. Group never made it drop.
groupe boobu moom xam naa ne on paper moom who to pair with Sénégal loolu moom dafa leer loolu moom
just to confirm this to ñoo xam ne dinañ am interest pour Gambians yi ñëpp because lii dafa important trop pour ñun ñëpp ñu bàyyi ko xew Gambia ngi play our first game against Sierra Leone. I think it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
You know,
6
at 6 o'clock GMT.
Gambian time,
6 o'clock. At European time, it should be like 7 o'clock. You know, and then dafa nekk 1 o'clock in the US time. So then hold our second game against Senegal. It's gonna be a massive game on the 23rd. It's like 2 days. 2 days.
Fitness
so
tournament.
We have a recovery period.
2 days.
Played against Senegal on the 23rd, and then we will play our last game of the group stages against Guinea-Conakry on the 25th of January.
Wenger.
Now.
How man Senegal dama leen ex because xam naa Senegal dañoo qualify. Guinea, are you following them? Guinea and Freetown, how good are they?
Yeah, comme Freetown moom su qualifiers bi Freetown ñu ñoo gën a Freetown su qualifiers bi moom mooy.
I remember that.
waaw of course ñoo leen fa génne. So waaye da ngay comme team bi du benn. Team bi xam naa ñu daal seen team bi du nekk benn because tournament bi is meant for African players. The players ñuy based in Africa. For now is meant for those people. So xam naa changes na fa am waaye maybe moo tax du bari. am na nu demee daal am na nu demee if we play our cards well suñu try bu baax mën nañoo génn ñu na Sénégal maybe mën nañu get second from the group.
If I understand you well daal ñun Gambia su nekkoon ne prepare nañ according to plan, let's say 3 months of or at least 2 months nga xam ne the guys cape yi nañ nekka on high gear comme seen fitness level bi dina fa nekka. If I understand you well daal su nekkoon ne Gambia gaaw naa prepare di nga ñemee taxaw fi nga ne ma no matter what Gambia su jël first na jël second si groupe boobu noonu.
Yeah no still now sax bi léegi sax suñ play suñ fasee jom with the motive ñu am extra motivation from everybody.
Aliou first job si football mooy you have to train hard. If you don't train hard at one time of the game you get fatigue da nga sonn.
Yes loolu dafa ànd ak préparation dafa comme mooy préparation because soo xoolee gaz yi bu ñoo dem boos la gaay jëlee fii ba Dakar.
ok
boos la gaay jëlee boos baa ngi daw like 10 to 11 hours boos baa ngi daw xam nga ñooñu fu ñu fatigue.
waaye xanaa boos boobu moom ban façon boos la because Dakar is.
No, what it means bala boss we did ñu pare jóge foofu dem Banjul cross Banjul go to Bara do all their paperwork at the border. That takes time. It's not just about 5 hours. It's not just about 6 hours. And obviously it's we need to be looking into all those things. If our male national team are given certain opportunities, I think the female national team should also be given the same opportunities.
No, su nekkee sax joxuñ leen equal opportunity, which is going to be hard. We have to be factual. But despite the fact that they don't travel by land, so maybe we could have traveled a day or two. Come because traveling by land is difficult. Soon travel on 2 days prior to the date they travel, they have time for recovery. Young man understand. But I first Jomak. Wait, if you bring Zidane back to the pitch, Munta play like he used to be. It's all about the fitness. So
I'm going to reason my first jump. Little more fishes because of some preparation be a field.
Yeah, Amina, Liga Wadigala. It all goes down to early preparation and train hard. If you train hard,
so you prepare in time. You can leave them go. Why preparation be time?
Yeah.
Time you guys start training. When you are them 2 weeks. She play when you talk like 3 months, 4 months play competitive game. ba pare diggante boobu sax gars yi mënuñoo am test game bu nga ne dafa correct bu nga ne mooy woon coach bi ne play A wala play B dafa need adjustment fii si fii ak si fale xam nga.
So how many local test matches do we have in the Gambia before guide them? How many local test matches la
man daal man yëguma si benn daal yëguma si benn because gars yi training ground nekk na always la foo naa ñaari yoon laa fa dem xam nga waaye the rest aussi moo fa dee dem waaye amoo benn news from anybody ne kon dañu am test game also yaakaar naa su dee dañu amoon test game yooyu naa ko dégg mun naa ngay am daal yëguma
Habib, let's remember teams are not training.
to my knowledge.
Teams are not trained, so it's going to be really, really difficult for.
Wow, it's difficult
for us to be having.
It's difficult because su nekkoon ne comme lifin la comme góor yi la xam nga ligue bi door na you could have just go and play with the club.
Yeah, so
Aliou
ñëwaat
comme last su last competitive game bi mooy su last qualifiers yi xam nga under 20 bi ak national team bi yëpp ñu am test game dañ day xool benn female team ñu amaa ñoon test game xam nga léegi under 20 bi amoon na fi ak under 15 male category test game xam nga so maybe façon test game bi dafa ñu doon dimbale waaye mun naa ngay am ko suma gannaaw fekk man déwuma foofu waaye yëguma ko daal
loolu leer na anyway fu mu nekk nii moom affaire si ndox bu tuur la team bi dem na su Gambie di play nit ñi mën nañoo criticize the coach mën nañoo criticize GFF but fu mu nekk nii right now fu mu nekk nii moom mooy ndox bu tuur la team bi àgg na Kevat train nañ am nga dal nañ fu baax so we just wish them all the best and I think whatever happens I'm behind them ba pare da nga lower sa expectation because so prepare bu baax warloo expect dara team bi su toogee sa first round damaa ko gars yi thank you for participating suñu àggee suñu demee second round that's a bonus man et team bu prepare 2 weeks nga compare ko ñoo xam ne seen league si ñu ngi on xam nga lii mooy the importance of having a calendar if you have a calendar because Sénégal ñu ngi play
Habib team bi ak lu mu am from this competition kenn mënut a blame players yi wala coach yi kenn mënul laa blame kenn
non
kenn du la mën a blame FF bi la ñu blame bi yëpp man FF bi laa ko jox because ñoom registré nañ team bi am nañ ne team bi dafa dem xam nga mënoon nañoo garder players at since when su nekkoon comme ni nga ko waxee su nekkoon ne comme dañoo dem si training ground on daily basis waaye at least three times in a week xam nga waaye ñun defuñu loolu ñu xaar bi like 2 weeks to go ñu ne coach bi ote sa squad bi xam nga soo xoolee fédération they are not fair to the coaches they are not fair to
no it's not like they are not fair to the coaches they are not fair to the nation this is a national team coach is a moment team if you don't do it right it means you don't do justice to the nation coaches are just employed by them you understand and I my mind the best player in the Liberian league is a Guinean.
Yeah, it's a Guinean, yeah.
Goku is unstoppable, Sana.
Yeah,
he won the best player in Liberia. She was given a 4-wheel drive car, brand new 4-wheel drive.
Moto base
brand. You know, I saw Gambians laughing at other countries giving 3 crates of eggs to their best to their man of the match. But we have to ask ourselves as Gambian, what are we giving to the man of the match award? Nothing. Man, I prefer to go with 3 crates of egg home. At least we must have 2 weeks. Suma ewo bahal nem 3 crates of eggs.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, Aliou didn't just have time because we know, you have other engagements as well, and we are on top of the hour. It was great to have you here today to share your thoughts. Then you are probably next week, inshallah. So if you can like 10 minutes, we will want to sound your opinion on the performance of the female national team. Because we would have the opportunity set and then.
Sana,
Wow.
we have been blamed for being biased towards women football. So what we're gonna do, we have Wenger. So Wenger dafa nekk sort of a consultant. So
Yeah, we will by next
fair
week
enough. Fair enough.
Most of the new sounds and their opinion, and we will be watching. I hope, I wish, I just hope that the game will be streamed tomorrow, and then we will have an opportunity to look at it, and then before you come back on air to say any other thing, please, Gambia Football Federation, I think the game have been streamed anyway. It's not opening game. It was, and I hope we will have it.
It was streamed, right?
Yeah,
on
it
Facebook,
was.
yeah.
On Facebook.
Who won?
Yeah.
On Facebook. The game is on finally.
It's on right now. It's on right now.
It's on right now.
Sur mo ko fofu, F ngom mo nga ci diga.
Oh, really?
And then he's going to play the opening. So, and then we will have an opportunity to watch it and then to come back and analyze what we analyzing, and then the next Sidu at Aliu next week, inshallah. First part of the program, we will make sure that we talk about our female national team, because we also will have somebody who's supposed to be here today, Nekofi, but we will be able to have them by next week, inshallah. Aliu, Jerejef, and thanks for being around. And
agenda.
One thing
I have to tell Aliu. Lane bi nga nekk man si lane boobu laa nekk. Authorities will not like it. They don't like it. They don't like people who speak the truth. They la xoole as an enemy, which you are not, I am not. But fi nga laal duñ ko dee bugga. So that's how we.
Abib Kaka Tekno Mendy just said that the Kevad is leading 4-0.
Against who?
Kevad, I think it's against.
Okay. That's a good object. Wenger.
Female football mo tamunde goal si dañ taw. Goal si dañ taw. So demé nga gis goal nga gis goal.
Wenger, comme like I was saying.
Yeah.
Ñun Gambia lañ dëkk moom lañ yaakaar. If you say things yoo xam ne our authorities don't like it, you are in their red books, they call you names. Any mistake boo def, you know what's gonna happen. Man, So it's not difficult to say the truth or to speak your mind si loo xam ne Gambians yëpp a si bokk. If you don't do that, da ngaa nekk a hypocrite or da ngaa nekk a follower koo xam ne you just follow people. Yes sir, no sir. We are not. Gambia suñu réew la ñëpp a si am opinion. Opinion. The most important thing mooy bul saaga bul wax loo xam ne xamuloo ko or loo xam ne amul. The rest, it's not important what other people think about you.
Wala bul am agenda.
No, agenda will always be there. But agenda is always there. Agenda fekk moom sana. Because sana, you asked about how many sport journalists do you have in the Gambia?
A lot.
How many of them are writing about women football?
Very, very few.
Thank you very much. So that's the problem. That's
an agenda right there, right?
And guess what? If the Gambia was supposed to play home match, for instance, female team, then you see people going to the stadium in Gambian gears, them for the game xatal ñom Aliou Wenger ak ñom Oské si lo xamne ñom they have been doing it for the whole year. Yo bena may ka ñew represent. It's not fair. And then if Aliou Wenger is saying something, and Aliou is a hater or whatsoever. It's not. The Sport Journalist Association, I think Lulu, they need new leadership. They have compromised their leadership. It's not working. They are all quiet.
Yeah.
Suma tom mo fanega Nani is I think is the vice president. Nyom Aliou Cissé ñoo fanega. What are they doing? What are they doing? It's unfortunate. boy, boy. You know?
Wow, come.
And
Yeah,
then
let's save that for another day. Talking about the sport journalists is a topic of its own, because then feel that they are letting the Gambians and the Gambian fraternity
they did
down.
They did long time ago.
Ali, you want to say something?
Yeah, just man na judge for rek comme li ngeen create ni, because it's very important. Man sen show duma raw su nekk women football sen show duma raw, because duma gis ne comme show bi show Gambia la, xam nga ku ko seetaan ku ko déglu da nga gis sa bopp, xam nga. So ñu la ñaanal daal, ñu la ñaanal bu baax. Ba pare coach bi tamit, coach bi ñu ngi ko ñaanal bu baax. Ya suñu coach ñu ngi ko ñaanal pour ñu lay isi ndam bi fii non. Yes, ne gis na gay relax rek. So be yëpp dana baax.
Yeah, it's not important anymore. Can la guys select? Can la guys select? Kon dima wax si groupe bi rek. Bala mo jot bala selection bi select am time or auto selection bi ñu scrutinize ko. But there is nothing we can do. Right now, si tournament fever like Neka, everybody should put their positive energy to the team and to make sure that we help them mentally, and to make sure that they go in there and represent the Gambia and deliver well. The bottom line is drawn. There is nothing we can do. Duñ mëna oyal players suñ oyuton. So ñu fa Neka, they are good enough. The coach trusted them, and they all need to just go there and do the job that they Linden percent and them difficult. Ali, thank you very much. And we have a day next Friday. I will keep in contact with you. Hamnane Sunday no more binana. Hamnane Sunday no more call. Sunday no more call. Sunday no more call. No more call. Hamnane why get out.
No, Aliu, wega. Sana.
Wow, you jéem a tàggatoo and then
man lu ma wax rek mooy Gambians have to understand that football is not won or win by alhamdulillah ni ko bàyyi si loxo yàlla. That's not how football goes.
You have to work hard for it. You have to work
tubaab bi xamuñ loolu, amuñ sëriñ ñee ngi sa gëmuñ yàlla, but when it comes to football, saa buñ demee gaay defal di bagage football,
they will have to work hard. You work hard.
But Gambia dañoo wax ne waaw lu nekk nii waaw yàlla baax na fan affaire su du fi yàlla baax na. You have to do the right thing.
We have to do the right thing. Absolutely.
Gis loo Gambia buñ commencé di charter flight squad bi di play test match.
Why buñ dooree di invest in our national team?
Non mooy li ma wax ni.
Mooy loolu investment la. You invest on it. You make the players
since we start to invest di am test matches di charter flight Gambia is la qualify to AFCON. So it's not magic.
Yeah, dinañ take fi show bi, and then agenda jërëjëf, and then we make a date on Sunday inshallah Habib. All right, bro.
Yo, have a good day. Man naan suma ataya man.
Okay.
Thanks guys.